Tonight, from Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, it's Thursday Night Football on EA Sports. The Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Baltimore Ravens.
It is a brisk night in the Midwest as we bring you football from Paul Brown Stadium in the Queen City, Cincinnati, Ohio. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Cincinnati Bengals. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gordon. To my left, Charles Davis. And, Charles, you focus on this Bengal team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Here are the Bengals on offense, and here is Joe Burrow ready to lead them at quarterback.
Okay, I thought there was something to build on in last week's game by his performance. I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that 1 interception, continue to take care of the ball, and maybe increase the number of times he puts the ball in the end zone with a receiver?
This pass complete to Higgins. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
On the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 3rd down, Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Burrow to Boyd there for the Cincy first. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Ball carrier.
The numbers for Mixon last week, 14 carries, 52 yards and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Now Burrow to throw on 2nd down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Caught right side, Tate. That catch good for only a couple.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on 1st down. Now it's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle.
Burrow's pass.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
4.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Burrow's pass, incomplete. Intended for Auden Tate.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
The Bengals bring out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
In his stat line last week, that's not going to get him to the Pro Bowl. All right, no touchdowns, no interceptions, but they won. And so the bottom line for him is team won, managed the game effectively, led them to victory. He's doing all the right things.
The pass.
The numbers for Evans a week ago. 6 catches, 88 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
A collegiate star here in the Buckeye State, it's J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to have a Ravens first down as he'll take this up to about the 33-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 44-yard line.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like
yeah,
that?
Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish him off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
A gain of 4.
2nd and 6.
And 6.
That's complete to his running back, Evans. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect.
Pick up on the play.
I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
What a methodical drive this is turning out to be. That time 9 yards, and the sticks move again.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now Dobbins.
At the Bengals.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
J.K. Dobbins, the ball carrier. The tackle by Logan Wilson. It's a gain of a yard. And it's
out of the gun now on 3rd down. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Justin Tucker for the extra point.
For the extra point.
And the Ravens lead at 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's capped off by the Baltimore score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26 yards.
Time for Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense to take over now. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And
the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Calais Campbell racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Calais Campbell, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
The Bengals bring out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Baltimore set to take over here for their 2nd possession of the game. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Man open left side is Brown. 11 yards there, first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Ravens first down.
They'll run here with Dobbins, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
He's tackled.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
The end of the first quarter with the score, Ravens 7, Bengals nothing.
2nd and 8 coming up. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down. And 8 yards to go.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
So on 4th down, here's the Ravens Pro Bowl kicker, Justin Tucker, out onto the field. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Ravens 10, Bengals nothing.
So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard.
So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon, and he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
And he's got a Bengals first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. T. Higgins was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. There's a nice move. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First target, first catch, and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Burrow will throw. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd.
Burrow's pass.
A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. So 2 3rd down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down. Now the Bengals will settle for 3 as the field goal unit comes on here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right. And this score will stay right where it is. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. They're working on a 4-game winning streak, and they lead this one as well right now as they start 1st and 10. Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. A 55-yard attempt, normally you'd say well within his range. A little surprised he came up short.
And he knew it immediately, didn't he? They are so calibrated, aren't they? They can tell the touch, the feel. When they put the foot to the ball, whether it's going to be good or not, he knew immediately he didn't have that one.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Over the middle here to Brown. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
13 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Pushes past him on the crossing route. Complete. It's Evans. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 2 yards, good enough for a 1st.
2 yards on the play. 1st down, Ravens.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Quick slant to Brown. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 4th touchdown on the year as the Ravens push further out in front. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
He's got it, and it's 17-0. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will make it into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out? I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They're passing here. Joe Burrow over the middle, complete to Tate. And he's able to get up here to the 26. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. And that will be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore about ready to go on offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. Von Bell up to make the tackle. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain, so you can use that to set up your play-action game, or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning.
46-yard line. 4 yards on.
Coming up at the half, a reminder we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. He's going deep for Brown. It's caught inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. That's complete to his running back, J.K. Dobbins. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
Now a throw for the left sideline, and he's got it. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 7 brings up 2nd down at the 24.
2nd and 13. On the slant, completes to Sutton. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it's 3rd and goal.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
That'll bring up 4th down as his Cincy defense stands up on 3rd.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 20, Bengals nothing.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you got a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Still time for him here as we sit in the 2nd quarter. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back in the youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
Over the middle to Evans. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. That's caught at the 2. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. Taken at about the 1. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Raven 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and now it's 3rd down.
8 yards to go.
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 43. He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Burrow looking to pass. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 yards there, 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
Here's Burrow. He finds his running back, Mixon. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
He steps out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage to the 35. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Now Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards that time, and a Cincinnati 1st down.
23-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
Now it's Burrow. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Well, they went with a nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down. You bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. This from 54 yards away. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try and take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. They'll run. It's Dobbins. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
Wilson on the tackle. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
Here now, Johnny Townsend. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Here again comes Joe Burrow and the offense for the Bengals. He's playing pretty well. I don't think it's necessarily him changing up something he's doing, but that O-line, they've got to protect him better.
They do. They've got to make sure that they give him more than enough time in order to find targets downfield. And sometimes what happens when these things are going on is that the field general will step up and say, hey, that's on me, guys. I didn't get rid of it fast enough. Anything to try and relax them a little bit and take some pressure off, because they do know that they are trying.
Yeah, well, we've seen the 4 sacks so far in this contest.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Mixon with it. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. Justin Matabike there to bring him down.
A gain of 4. It's now
on 2nd down. Burrow, slant pass to Boyd. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
1st and 10 at the 40.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Higgins, incomplete.
2nd and 10 now, Burrow. And that's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. You're going to blitz. Likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Nothing in that 1st half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. It's Boyd. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another 1st down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there, because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that, but the rushing game almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need...
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Larry Ogunjobi in for the sack.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. They'll set up to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Incomplete. It's 3rd down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. So hold the phone here, Charles. I've kind of written them off, but after that touchdown, certainly a long way still to go, but stranger things have happened.
Well, when you're going to have big second-half comebacks, plays like that have to be involved.
The extra point forthcoming. That is good, and that'll make it 20-7. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded inside the 5. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive. Then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Complete to Mark Andrews. It's a gain of 2 yards, and it's 3rd down.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Andrews. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Baltimore.
Mark Andrews, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. They had the lead in the 4th, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well. Well, partner, since this new 2-point rule came into play, offenses spend a lot more time working on it. That means the defenses are doing the exact same thing.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Cincinnati set to take over once again. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Open man is Higgins. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
First down, here's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Boyd. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. This pass complete to Higgins. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And a short pickup here as they're going to cross the 10 to the 11-yard line. Darren Lee there to get him down.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll go again with Dobbins. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And they have to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
Right back to Dobbins on 1st. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd down and 12. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. 3 yards won't be enough here, as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here now, Johnny Townsend, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Joe Burrow trots out again with the rest of his offense. And that interception that ended their previous drive likely also ended any shot they had at victory.
Yeah, long road back from here, no doubt about that one. But let's face it, if you're going to go out there and compete, you want to try and end on a strong note, don't you?
Absolutely. It won't end in a victory like you said. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Calais Campbell in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. This is Mixon. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long. Once again, they run with Mixon, and he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. He'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley.
Receiving team.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 43. Dobbins running out of the gun and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
The tackle by
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
2nd and 5.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column.
J.K. Dobbins on the carry.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Tyler Boyd and the rest of the offense heading back out. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for...
Now Burrow loses the football, and the Ravens have got it.
The quarterback.
You've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Defensively, Sam Hubbard, the former Buckeye, there to stop him.
2nd and 10 at the Bengals' 11-yard line.
Here's the option. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Well, for that being an option play, there really weren't too many options available for him, were there?
No, there weren't, and at least he was able to get back to the line of scrimmage, so they didn't lose anything, but you're exactly right. Nowhere to go.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no